We would like to introduce you to GamCHAT, a new project by Derbyshire Alcohol Advice Service. It is to support people affected by others gambling. Obviously, there are lots of opportunities to gamble these days. So whether you've got your traditional sports betting, racing, bingo, through to your lotteries and scratch cards, but also now we have more and more opportunity for people to gamble on their phones, tablets, and computers. The scale of the issue has obviously been talked about quite a lot recently, with almost 25 million people in the UK, in England, who gambled in the last year, about 54% of the population, and 246 people are thought to have reached the threshold to be considered experiencing gambling dependency in the UK, and 2.2 million people in the UK are experiencing gambling-related harm. By gambling-related harm, we obviously mean the people who are gambling themselves, but also people who are affected by other people's gambling. They talk about around 6 to 10 other people who can be negatively affected by someone's gambling, and obviously that leads to a fairly large number. As Derbyshire Alcohol Advice Service, we have a long and proven experience of working with affected others in relation to drinking and drug use, and therefore we approach Gamble Aware with a proposal to support those affected by others' harmful gambling. And we were lucky enough for Gamble Aware to give us some money to look into this issue. Affected others may obviously experience sort of financial hardships, debt, poor relationships, stress, isolation, domestic abuse, some elements of stigmatization. They might feel angry, lost, betrayed, hurt, ashamed, helpless, sort of responsible for the issue, guilty, and frustrated. And this can put a lot of pressure onto people, both physically, emotionally, and therefore we wanted to give people an outlet for them to get support for this. We're offering a two-pronged service, really. We're looking at group education and peer support. So the opportunity for the affected others to have some education around gambling, around addiction, but also looking at keeping themselves safe. And then what we're also looking at is one-to-one structured sessions with one of our counsellors. The intention is that clients will ideally take part in both of these opportunities, as both will complement each other. The purpose of the group sessions really is for them to see that they're not alone, to get information about addiction and the harms associated with gambling, but also get an understanding of a dependency, and that it's not necessarily a lack of care and a lack of motivation on the person who experiences harmful gambling to change. And essentially we're looking at sort of the knowledge is power. The better you are educated about it, the more likely you are to understand and make good choices. The counselling, it will be offered by, as mentioned before, our BACP accredited counselling team. And support will be influenced by both the relatives and families together, RAFT model, and the CRAFT model, the community reinforcement and family training, which we've been delivering for years. So it's taking influences from both of those and our normal counselling provision to support clients. Referral into the project is really simple. So it's a phone call in to 07506 692 873, or you can drop us an email and we will get in touch with you. We will accept referrals from the individual themselves who are experiencing harm related to someone else's gambling, but we also take referrals from professionals as well, as long as the individual knows that referral has taken place. If you would like any more information, then please get in touch on the email gamchat@daas.uk.com, and we can discuss this project more. Thank you for your time.